Well, welcome back to another episode on Genealogy TV. My name is Connie Knox, a lifelong genealogist, here to help you go further, faster, and factually with your family research. Now, I've discovered some new things with some of the new hinting features on Ancestry, so we're going to talk about that today. I've discovered another little trick with regard to the new hinting stuff. We've talked a little bit about some of the choices that you can make with regard to some of the new hinting features, but I also want to point out a little tiny trick that I've discovered that I think you're going to want to see. So we're going to jump into that here in just a moment. All right, we're going to jump into it right now. So I'm going to put my glasses on so I can actually see what I'm doing. And we're going to talk about the hints. So, you know, as always, they've had these little leaves on the hints, which, you know, provides hints, right? So we click on the hints, and we're going to go look at some of the hints here that are being provided by other people, other members of Ancestry. So here is a map of Union Cemetery. I happen to know that this is correct. And just before we jump into this, I am looking at it with the beta view. You can turn this off and it will reset, or you can turn it on. Now, at this moment, you're probably not seeing a whole lot of difference until you get into the hinting. Okay, so once we start getting into it. So let's take a look at this for a second. We want to take a look at this Union Cemetery map that was so kindly uploaded by a cousin. So we decide we want to keep this. So we hit save up here in the upper right corner. And now with this beta turned on, it's asking us, well, why did we accept this hint? Well, I happen to know that the relationships are correct. And so we could also choose the name is right, the place is right. I chose the relationships are right. I want to save and review these details for later. I actually love this because I don't have time to really dig into this map right now. I do know that that this is correct, but you know, you can also add another comment here as to why you're doing that. And so what I suspect's happening with Ancestry is they're using this information to help further solidify the source information to each person in the Ancestry tree. So we close, we do that again, we can take a look at it and choose as to why we are keeping this. In this case, I'm going to choose these two again because I know that I want to study this a little bit later, but I know the woman who donated this and it is correct. So that is a really fast look at this new hinting feature. Now, one of the things that Ancestry did tell me is that as we go through, now there's some new hinting information that once you clear out those hints in a period of time, I didn't specify how long it takes, but they are now regenerating hints again. So if you get frustrated with the fact that, wait a minute, I just cleared out all those hints and now all of a sudden I'm seeing a leaf again, it's because Ancestry is digging deeper on your behalf. So don't get frustrated by that because they're finding more hints now based on the information that you're giving them. Yes, this is good. No, this is not good. You know, they're now starting to fine tune what is available on Ancestry's trees and what other members have and so on. So you're gonna, from what I understand, about half of the Ancestry membership right now are getting that. It is still very much in beta and is going to be rolling out to everyone soon. But if you have that, if you see that your hints are regenerating, it is part of that new feature that they're working on. Also, don't forget, please provide feedback. They definitely want to know about that feedback, you know, if it's working for you. You know, again, you can also get to the hints over here. Don't forget that they, and I need to verify this woman. I forgot to do that with my tags. Verified, yes. So, don't forget that you have the tag features and your notes and comments as well in the workspace. But if you don't like that, you can always turn this back off. You can also get to it up here as far as turning it off and on from the extras, the Ancestry Lab, and you can enable or disable it here. This helps them understand how things are going on the feedback side. So check this out. I've discovered some new cool little techniques. If I go and I'm back here at Wilhelmina Koss, and you can get to her hints from either the profile or the tree like we discussed. So I go to her hints and I scroll down and I've got these two hints, right? And I've kind of left these here for demonstration purposes. And so there's two hints here, right? And I've also got the undecided hints, and I'll get back to that another day. And I've ignored these hints. And again, just as a practice, I typically ignore other member trees first, and I will go back later after I've gone through all of the records and documentation to review those other family trees, other ancestor trees, to see if I've missed anything, right? And I've accepted a bunch. So I'm going to go back to these two new. So one of the things that I've discovered that I think is kind of cool, if you scroll all the way down and you look right here, didn't find what you're looking for? Discover more about Wilhelmina Lee Koss, or you can view these hints for others in your tree. Now, before I go there, I want to show you something. If we go back up to her and we say, okay, let's take a look at the siblings, and you can click on the siblings and open those up. And I do this a lot because it's fast and easy. I want you to note that there is a Sarah Lovina Koss. Okay, just take note of that for a moment. If we go, and so we know we've got this sibling in here, okay? Now we scroll down to the bottom and we click on this little tiny feature here, and it comes up with all hints. 928 pages of hints here. Now, this is hints for my entire tree. I will never get through all those, right? So what I do is I filter by name. That lady's name was Koss, C-O-S-S. Whoops, E-O-S-S. And so I'm going to search by just the surname. And now look what happens. So now I can filter down, and I've got Wilhelmina Lee Koss, the same two hints that I had before, but now I've got Sarah Lovina Koss, which is second great aunt to me, right? So now I can look at all of these other details. Now, think about this for a moment. This speaks directly to cluster genealogy and researching the entire family clan. And so here, instead of drilling into all of those siblings, I could have them all listed in one place, and I could examine all of them to see if my gal Wilhelmina is, well, she's not shown at the top here, but whether my Wilhelmina Koss is listed in any of this other detail here. Look, there's an obituary. Let's open that up for fun. By the way, I don't know if you caught that. I did a right click, open in a new tab, so that I could pop over here and not lose my list. And here is a whole bunch of information, and this is not character recognition. This is a photograph. This is an image. And so it talks about some of the other family members that are listed here. So you're getting the idea? So by going to this list, now I can sit here and look at all of them. Now, admittedly, they might not all be related exactly to Wilhelmina. We have to make that determination, but her family's certainly here. So that is another way that you can dig deeper. Just use that little tiny clue at the bottom of the hint page and then filter by the surname. So that's, I think, worth doing. Well, I hope you found that helpful. I know when I found it the other day, I thought it was wildly helpful, so I decided that I wanted to share that with you. Well, if you found it helpful, give us a thumbs up. I'd love to hear any comments you might have about it. And, well, until next time, keep on climbing your family tree.